I'm Catherine Dow. It's Tuesday, December 23rd. Today, a pathway forward.
More than 350,000 people cross that bridge annually before we had to close it for safety reasons.
How money from the province will help to reopen the historic rail bridge at the Forks. Also today, under the influence, Winnipeg police check in with their holiday check stop numbers. Plus, campaign promise quashed.
Risking higher gas prices if you move to that more regulated model.
Why the Premier is backtracking on a vow to regulate gas prices. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Marilee is away. A former supervisor who witnessed her coworker being brutally stabbed at Seven Oaks Hospital is suing the hospital and the Regional Health Authority after she says she was later fired without cause. In her statement of claim, Lori Schellenberg says she went on leave a few months after the incident in 2021 and was later diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. Trevor Farley was later convicted of the stabbing and of killing both of his parents, but was found not criminally responsible. 2 years after the incident, Schellenberg says she began a gradual return to work plan, but claims her employers thought this was happening too quickly. She says she was later demoted and ultimately fired after her employers couldn't find her a job that would accommodate her ongoing health challenges. She is seeking an unspecified amount in damages and a declaration on that she was wrongfully dismissed. No statements of defense have been submitted, and the WRHA declined to comment as the matter is before the courts. We're still awaiting a response from Seven Oaks. A reminder, none of the claims have yet been tested in court. The body of a fisherman who went through the ice in Manitoba's southeast has been found. Manitoba RCMP say the body of a 71-year-old man was found on December 19th on Lake of the Woods by the Winnipeg Police Service underwater recovery team. RCMP say their underwater recovery team was not available as it was deployed for another operation in Grand Rapids. The man from Buffalo Point First Nation was traveling on a side-by-side to an ice fishing shack roughly 5 kilometers north of the Buffalo Point Marina on December 16th. RCMP say the man's vehicle went through the ice and he was unable to free himself. A search was not possible that day due to weather conditions. It appears there's a pathway forward tonight to fixing the Forks historic rail bridge. The Forks says the province is chipping in to help with repairs.
The bridge means a great deal, not just to the Forks, but to the Indigenous peoples of this province and to everybody who uses the bridge as an active transportation link in the city. More than 350,000 people cross that bridge annually before we had to close it for safety reasons.
The 111-year-old bridge closed in June 2023 due to structural issues, and the Forks later removed the bridge's counterweight. Adam Dooley from the Forks says it'll cost about $9.3 million to replace the decking and work on the steel structure. So a $3 million contribution from the province is a big help.
We just started the capital campaign this summer. We're raising money for this project and for the Alexander Docks Park. In total, it'll be $20.1 million. So we're talking to a lot of private and public sector investors, and we're hoping that in the new year we'll have more good news to announce on both of those projects.
Dooley says there's no timeline on when the bridge will be fixed, but 2026 is shaping up to be a big year for the Forks. Dooley says they'll be breaking ground on phase 1 of the railside development in the next few months. He says they expect the first residents will move in sometime in 2027. Over 1,000 drivers checked and several dozen found to be under the influence. That's the latest weekly report from the Winnipeg Police Service Holiday Check Stop program. Police say between December 15th and 21st, 1,183 vehicles were stopped. Among those drivers, 36 were found to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Breaking that number down further, 2 drivers were criminally charged for impaired operation. 12 were issued immediate roadside prohibitions. 1 driver failed a drug screening test, and another 21 drivers registered a warn reading on a roadside test. Winnipeg police are reminding drivers that every driver stopped during a check stop will be required to provide a breath sample. Drug screening equipment will also be used. Premier Wab Kinew says the province's first supervised consumption site is on its way and adds in his year-end interview with CTV News he's ready to work alongside the community on the project.
This is a big step. Our province has never had this before, so I want to be flexible. And if the businesses and other people who are coming out to the consultations have a consensus around we can do one other thing or maybe change a detail that would make people a little bit more comfortable, I think so. We'd be flexible and we'd accommodate those things.
The province plans to open the site at 366 Henry Avenue, located west of Main Street, sometime in the new year. Kinew says the site will help prevent overdose deaths and address other health and safety issues. However, businesses and residents have pushed back over safety concerns. You can catch the first half of Marilee Caruso's sit-down interview with the Premier coming up at 6. Meantime, Kinew says he is not going to fulfill a campaign promise to regulate gas prices. In the 2023 election, Kinew's New Democrats said if elected, they would give the Public Utilities Board the power to review, investigate, and regulate retail gas prices. However, in a year-end interview with the Canadian Press, Kinew says he changed his mind after looking at gas regulation in Atlantic Canada.
It seems like there's probably some risk that might actually be counterintuitively risking higher gas prices if you move to that more regulated model.
The concern appears to be that companies in regulated environments might apply for higher prices than needed to ensure they're protected against any sudden, unexpected change. Kinew says his move to reduce the provincial fuel tax has been more effective than regulation would be. Camping at a provincial park is going to be a bit pricier next year, and you might want to think twice before canceling a reservation. Starting January 1st, yurts will go from $56 to $65 a night, and cabins costing a little more than $70 a night will now be $85. Campsites with water, electrical service, or firewood, will also see an increase. And if you cancel your booking, you'll be charged a minimum $10 fee. The NDP government approved the changes but haven't yet made a formal announcement. And this brings us to our first check-in on weather with CTV weather specialist Colleen Brady. Colleen, I'm casting my eyes to the sky, hoping for a good forecast because we've got a visitor coming our way tomorrow.
That's right. Santa, Rudolph and the gang, the whole gaggle of them are on the way down from the North Pole, and it's going to be a cold ride through northern Manitoba, and they will encounter some snow here in the south. Just not tonight. He's not coming down this early, of course, but there is a little bit of light snow popping up on the satellite radar. They're just close to Dauphin around the border. Here in Winnipeg, some clearing. Pretty benign weather tonight, but there is an incoming low pressure system that will bring some snow. It may have some impacts for Christmas Day travel, depending on where you are in Manitoba. More on that. But let's take a look right now through the Bathfitter Live Eye. Bathfitter, your bath and shower experts for more than 40 years. In Winnipeg right now, partly cloudy, minus 14 degrees. The winds are calm in all caps. The pressure is, well, it's holding steady. Unusual weather right now. The humidity right now is 77%. Out in traffic on this Christmas Eve. Live look at the St. James Bridge. Busy for folks headed southbound, as you might expect. A lot of folks are on holidays, but a lot of folks are not. So you can see peak of the rush hour traffic on the bridge heading south.
Winnipeggers are an amazing group of people. They come out when the call is put out.
Coming up, how the Christmas cheerboard is wrapping up another incredible holiday season.
Statistics Canada reported growth in manufacturing in September ahead of this fallback in October. This was the steepest decline since December 2022. Machinery production was down close to 7%. Wood manufacturing dropped over 7%. Washington has a tariff on furniture and wood products like cabinetry that come from Canada. That's dragging the sector down. And a strike by Canada Post workers also hit service industries. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up over 73 cents. West Texas Intermediate is up to 58.38. Western Canadian Select is up over $1 to 44.66. And the TSX gained another 58 points for another record close, ending the day at 32,058. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
Market Watch is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross. Group health plans for any size business.
The Christmas cheerboard is wrapping up its 2025 campaign, and CTV's Ainsley McPhail popped by their warehouse earlier today to learn about last-minute efforts to spread just a little more holiday cheer.
The Christmas cheerboard put out an immediate call for delivery drivers, and to no surprise, Winnipeggers delivered. Shauna Bell is joining me to tell us all about how this community has really rallied around this organization.
You know, Winnipeggers are an amazing group of people. They come out when the call is put out, and we just had such an amazing response over the weekend, to the point where yesterday morning when we opened up the warehouse, we had only about 350 hampers left, and they were gone by noon yesterday. So deliveries are done. We're still doing pickups here today and at 1441 Main Street, and we'll be working hard until 1 o'clock tomorrow.
And when you talk about the sheer volume, this is one of two facilities.
That's right. Yeah, we had to split into 2 locations this year. Just didn't have enough space in one or the other, so we've been working really hard to make that successful for everybody this year. So far, it's been great. Had a lot of pickups going through the doors, and yeah, it's going to be a good holiday season for so many people here in the community.
Because that's what it's really about when we're talking about the volume between food hampers and toys. How much are you guys getting out to the community?
So there's over 21,000 applications that came through our system this year. So that's a pretty even split between pickups and deliveries. And so we've been really working hard to make sure everybody gets what they need this holiday season. We're still taking applications right up until 4 o'clock today. Yeah. And we're going to make sure that anybody who needs that hamper is going to be able to come here, pick one up, and head out and have a little bit more of a peaceful holiday season as a result.
When we talk about toys, it goes without saying, of course, it's going to bring a child or a teenager joy. But when we talk about the practicality of food, you guys are giving more than just a meal. You want it to last the week.
That's right. Especially when you look with kids being away or from school for the holiday season, they're on break. So having them at home means you got to feed them. So we've got quite a bit of food in those hampers. It's enough that should be able to stretch through a week for everybody staying at home. And then, you know, we do have a little bit extra that's actually going out the doors too, just because Winnipeggers were so very generous with food donations this year that we're able to supplement a little bit more with the hampers.
We're almost out of time, but any final messages? You guys are in the home stretch too.
I just can't believe how amazing this city is and how incredible everybody is when they come and work together and help us out year over year. The stories that come through the warehouse, just the way people share what they're experiencing and why they've come to help us out, it makes you feel so emotional about how people rally together to support one another. And we couldn't do it without you guys too. So, you know, all I can say is Merry Christmas to everybody here in the city, and we just wish everyone the safest and happiest of holidays.
Thank you so much. And to you guys at home, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
We all know that Hoth is the snowy planet and the Empire Strikes Back, so when winter hits, he kind of belongs outside.
Cue the Imperial March. Still to come, a piece of the Star Wars universe lands right here in Winnipeg.
When you give a child a winter coat, you give them the means to go to school on a cold day, a chance to play outside, because no child should be freezing cold. Donate to Coats for Kids. Proudly sponsored by United Way Winnipeg and CTV. Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting Men Without Hats and the Spoons.
Colleen Brady has your spotlight today. So, Colleen, what do TV chef Ina Garten, my high priestess, Cher, Lisa Marie Presley, and Premier Wab Canoe have in common?
Well, Catherine, according to Winnipeg Library Services, a lot of people checked out their books this year. They're among the public library's list of the top titles for 2025. Garten's memoir took the top spot in the biographies category, followed by works from Cher and Presley. Premier Canoe's memoir, The Reason You Walk, took the 4th spot at more than 900 circulations. The Grey Wolf, a novel by Louise Penny, not only topped the fiction category, but was the most sought after title overall. That was followed by The Women, a novel, and The Waiting. The best-selling self-help book, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, was Winnipegger's top nonfiction pick. That was ahead of Scott Oak's memoir about his son's struggle with opioids, titled For the Love of a Son. Malcolm Gladwell's Revenge of the Tipping Point rounded out the top 3. And finally, in the young adult category, 3 books in the Hunger Games series took all the top 3 spots. No surprise there. We have a more fulsome list of all of this year's popular titles up on our website. Just head on over to ctvnewswinnipeg.ca.
I listened to Anna Garten's memoir, her audiobook. It's quite the experience. It was a good one.
How many times have you listened to it?
Just the once, but you're making me think it's time for a re-listen, Colleen.
You are president of her fan club. I think she's great too.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some sad news. Legendary singer Barry Manilow has revealed he has lung cancer.
That's right. Manilow says he'll have surgery to remove a spot on his lung later this month and will need to reschedule his January shows. The 82-year-old performer says the cancer was discovered after an extended bout of bronchitis. The singer added the doctors don't believe the cancer has spread. So as far as treatment goes, he expects no chemo, no radiation, just chicken soup and I Love Lucy reruns.
Good to hear. Okay, so the campy, over-the-top 1997 horror flick Anaconda is one of those so bad it's good movies.
That's right, and now 2 huge comedy stars are bringing their version to the big screen.
This is going to be the adventure of a lifetime. We've dreamed of making this movie ever since we were kids.
Jack Black and Paul Rudd play amateur filmmakers who set out to create their own version of the 1997 cult classic Anaconda. But things take a chaotic and hilarious turn when they realize an actual giant anaconda is hunting them. It's the first major collaboration between Black and Rudd. Anaconda is in theaters Christmas Day.
I feel like I saw the original in theaters and I was inappropriately young. I think I was semi-scarred, so I think that one looks a lot more fun than the original.
It all comes back full circle, Catherine.
All right, thanks for that, Colleen.
You're welcome. We'll settle in for some great TV. It all gets started with E-Talk at 7, followed by The Big Bang Theory. Then at 8, it's the star-studded rom-com The Holiday. I like that one. It's all right here tonight on CTV.
The CTV Primetime lineup is brought to you by Strictly Amish, exclusively in Arborg, Manitoba.
Busy out there. This is a live look out at Confusion Corner. Keep in mind there'll be a lot of folks hitting the streets this evening, doing some last-minute Christmas shopping. So just drive to conditions. Right now in the city, partly cloudy, minus 14 degrees. I will have your full holiday forecast coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Well, all things considered, a relatively quiet weather day across Manitoba and northwestern Ontario. A little bit of cloud breaking up over the south, a little bit of light snow, though, picking up to the west of Dauphin through Roblin. Just skipping by Swan River there, Gilbert Plains, those areas, not a lot to it. Over in northwestern Ontario, temperatures have been falling throughout the day into the mid-minus teens. A little bit of light snow earlier in Kenora has moved on out, and it looks fairly clear, although the weather station in Kenora is reporting cloudy conditions at this point. And the most northern part of Manitoba, not northern, how about northern? Clear, and it will be cold, so much so that an Environment Canada yellow warning for cold continues tonight. But for Brochet and Tuduli Lake regions, this is a bit of improvement. Earlier today, we had Puckatawagan and those areas, Lynn Lake, Leaf Rapids also under that warning. It's now been ended there, but still very cold conditions expected in those areas. But as for these warned regions, Brochet and Tuduli Lake, wind chill values overnight expected to feel as cold as minus 40. Here's what it feels like right now up in northern Manitoba. In Lynn Lake, it feels like minus 34. Over in Churchill, not under the warning, but it feels like minus 41 right now. Here in Winnipeg, it feels more like minus 7. 17 degrees. A little bit of light snow will make its way across central parts of the province tonight. Doesn't bring an awful lot with it, and it moves pretty quickly. It'll miss us here in the south, and for the most northern parts of the province as well. It'll start off in the Paw and Flin Flon. Later on tonight, it moves through Thompson and then over to Gillam and Island Lake late tonight. And by tomorrow morning, you can see it's well off into northern Ontario. In behind will clear out. We'll see a lot of sunshine across much of the province tomorrow. Christmas Eve, in anticipation of Santa riding down into Manitoba along his sleigh, he'll be greeted by a little bit of light snow as we get into early Christmas Day. That snow is going to move across southern Manitoba, but look here, these most southern regions may be contending with freezing rain or with ice pellets, so that's something to keep in mind if you have any traveling to do on the highways on Christmas Day. Minus 16 tonight for Winnipeg, mostly cloudy, light winds out of the south at 15 kilometers an hour. Winds will make their turn and come from the north tomorrow afternoon. Minus 13 degrees under a mix of sun and cloud on Wednesday, which is Christmas Eve. Christmas Day on Thursday, there's a chance we might see a flurry or two, but we warm up. Minus 6 degrees. Likely to see some snow move in by Thursday night into Winnipeg. We'll get a break for a few hours on Boxing Day. Then we'll see snow Friday night and into Saturday. And you see the temperatures drop off by the time we get to Sunday with the chance of flurries and a high of minus 17 degrees. To our weather photos we go. Ari was flying into Winnipeg and took that beautiful photo from the sky. Nice shot there. And this photo is from Ruby looking out onto the Winnipeg River along the north shore of Sagging. Send us your weather photos to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca.
The CTV Skywatch Pick of the Day is brought to you by the Manitoba Chiropractors Association. We've got your back.
Thanks, Colleen. From a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away to a front yard in Lord Roberts.
We all know that Hoth is the snowy planet in The Empire Strikes Back, so when winter hits, he kind of belongs outside, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to just put a lot of fun, colorful lights on him.
Cue the Imperial March. Yes, you are looking at a 10-foot-tall AT-AT from the Star Wars universe. It was built by Aaron Frost and his students in his advanced stagecraft class at the University of Winnipeg. And it's spending the holiday season outside Frost's friend's place on Jubilee Avenue.
Even just when we were setting it up on the weekend, just the people honking their horns as they were going past, and just the glances of people as they go by were warmed my heart completely. So it's been great.
Frost says it took Friday afternoons over the course of 3 months to put it all together. There's even a time-lapse video of the process online. You can find a link on our website, ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. They did a good job.
Very cool.
They're stage crafters, so it's too bad there's not like a Star Wars play that they could use this in, right?
Maybe that's next.
Maybe.
They do have a theater department at the U of W after all.
Ideas, ideas. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you back here for CTV News at 6.